can get you to the hotel, but you need to be brave for just a little while longer.
I can't do it!
God damn it. Women, am I right, boys? Goddamn women. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We have returned for some more Monster, episode 71. We are practically pretty much on the final stretch. We only have 71, 72, 73, and 74 to go. The massacre has begun. The killing is underway. Johann is nowhere to be found. My notebook is in my hand. Previously, we had a bunch of deaths. Basically, from what I gathered, Johann sent all these serial killers that he has under his control, I guess, to this town to just start killing people randomly. Just, walking on the street shooting people. The one weird thing about it is that we haven't really heard any gunshots. I mean, we've heard some gunshots, but considering the amount of deaths, it's kind of weird. Maybe there's, some, silencers on some guns, but still it feels a little weird. But a lot of people have already died in this town. We found out that the old guy with the beard is indeed Klaus Pope, or Franz Bonaparte. Pretty predictable, as I did call it. And he seems to be awaiting his inevitable demise. Whatever end Johann has planned for him. Meanwhile, Grimmer is basically like, hey, I'm going to protect you no matter what, because, you need to take responsibility for what you've done, so on and so forth, right? The classic. Also, that Nina was also invited by Johann to go to Ruhenheim, and she's on her way, along with the other criminal psychiatrist or whatever the fuck. Ultimately, a lot of people are dying. Tenma is trying to save people. And I guess we'll see what happens.
I don't like having to tie up a couple of elderly folks. But you're both important witnesses. We can't have the two of you running away or getting shot.
Well, we barricaded the back door and most of the windows with furniture as best we could.
Oh yeah, and Lunge went to confront Roberto.
Not gonna keep him out for long.
It's better than nothing. In that case, let's head down to the first floor and defend the entrance. Do you have any experience using a gun?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm coming with you.
I'm not about to let anything happen to you. You need to live through this so you can tell the world what you did to all those children.
What do you want, kid?
Listen, Vim. You stay in here and keep this door locked.
But Mr. Grimmer, what if something happens to you?
There's nothing to worry about.
Well, then you're
strong
dead.
friend of mine is coming to help us.
Do you mean it?
Yeah, of course I mean it. Whenever I get into a really bad scrape, he shows up just in the nick of time. He never lets evil go unpunished. They call him the Magnificent Steiner.
I almost forgot. The Wrath of the Magnificent Steiner.
Run as fast
The
as
reason
you
I...
can. Head north. Just stick to the path.
The reason I was thinking, and I almost forgot the... is because I started thinking, wait. Magnificent Steiner. The last time we saw the Magnificent Steiner, there was a woman who saved him. Remember? The mother is still alive, by the way. What happened to her? We have not seen her. That's kind of weird, right? And so I started thinking, where the hell is the mother? The whole thing about, Franz being still alive, sure. But, we haven't seen the mother yet. And I'm pretty sure we saw her saving Grimmer. So it's I wonder what she's doing.
Go, follow those kids.
But what if there are still some near the center of town? I gotta check.
Don't worry, leave it to me. You just get your group to safety.
All right.
Hold on, one more thing before you go. Do you know a man by the name of Franz Bonaparte, or maybe Klaus Pope?
Pope? Well, of course I do. He's the proprietor of the Hotel Verstedt.
Ooh, Lunge's walking in the rain with a weapon in his hand. Like a badass. Calculating. 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 Oh shit, she's still alive? Probably got nutted inside, Jesus. And then left.
Just remain calm. I'm not going to hurt you.
I ran away as fast as I could. But there's dead bodies everywhere. I don't even know where to go anymore.
And where did you run away from?
His room. He's giving orders from in there. I heard him. I heard.
Heard who?
Him, Roberto. He kept leaving and coming back, and every time he'd take a shower and change his clothes, because they were covered in blood.
So where can I find this Roberto?
The 4th floor of the Hotel Bergbach. I thought he was a nice guy who'd take me away. I didn't know.
I'm surprised she's still alive.
I can't.
Come on, you can't just sit here.
I can't.
I don't like this. Schmelling. I'm smelling some sort of trap here. Why would he? What? There's no way Roberto would allow her to be still alive. There's literally no way. And to just allow her to escape or run away? I don't think so. I'm thinking she allowed her to escape. I don't know. There's no way Roberto would know that Lunge would arrive to take her to safety and lead him to the rest of the survivors. I don't think so. Oh, hey, look. Ooh, what a 360 moment.
Dr. Tenma.
Inspector Lunge.
My trip into imagination has finally become reality. With your sudden emergence, Dr. Tenma, my journey comes to an end as the realities of the situation demand my attention. From here on out, I'll be acting as an officer of the law. I'm finally back on the job. Take this girl to the Hotel Versteck. You'll find who you're looking for. A certain picture book author.
Inspector Lunge, where are you going?
I told you. Back to work. Perhaps we can talk later. There are many questions I want to ask. Dr. Tenma. I'm sorry.
He's so dead. He's so dead. When he was like, "Hey, Grimmer, I'll buy you a beer when this is all over." I knew one of them was going to die. Now it's like he's walking in the rain. He's going to help the girl, and then runs into Tenma and is like, "Hey, take her to safety. I'm gonna go become a police officer again. I'm back on the job. I'm sorry, Tenma." Like, come on. I just hope he doesn't die before he meets Johan. I know someone's gonna take out Roberto, but like still, you know, I want to know Lunge's perspective on Johan's, you know, on Johan in general.
Talk to me, Nina. What's going on?
One of my most painful memories.
One of your most painful memories?
It's horrible. I don't ever want to remember again. This scene keeps replaying in my mind. If Johan has brought this memory to light.
Yeah, that's probably what it was, right? Roberto let her go so that whoever finds her would learn of his location and then come to him. Thus, this is a trap.
Show yourself.
Please, don't shoot me.
Who?
I'm telling you, I'm not one of them. I'm a
Yeah, you
local,
are.
I swear.
You 100%
The
are.
man in charge, where is he?
Yep, told you. Oh, that's good.
Where's
That's good.
Roberto? I'm not asking you again.
Oh, he's badass.
You need to stand up. Come on.
Dead people everywhere. I can't take it anymore. I feel like I'm going crazy.
I can get you to the hotel, but you need to be brave for just a little while longer.
I can't do it.
God damn it. Women. Am I right, boys? Goddamn women. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's so obviously a trap. Don't get baited by the shower noise. Light in the darkness is a trap.
Open your eyes, Erica. Please, honey. Please, Erica. Just open your eyes.
I'm not a doctor, but I think Erica's,
She's already gone.
yeah,
You can't stay here.
not gonna
It's too
survive.
dangerous. You need to get to safety. I can help you.
You want to help me? Give me your gun so I can shoot the bastard who did this! Damn you, give me the gun! He destroyed our happiness in an instant, so I'm gonna go kill him!
Your wife would want you and your child to live through this. Well, isn't that right? If the hotel's too far away, at least go with this man to the woods.
I'm not moving 1 inch.
All right. I'll be back for you. Stay right where you are, okay?
Well, she's dead. If she survives this, I'll be surprised. Like, straight up.
So, these guys shooting at us. They're not really here because of that jackpot me and the missus won, are they?
Afraid not.
Honestly, these last couple days felt like something out of a bad dream. What the hell's the matter with me anyway? I win it big in the lottery, and the first thing I do is run out and buy a bunch of these awful things. A normal life is what's best of all.
Sounds pretty good.
I gotta let the wife know the good news.
Wise words.
You know about this not being our fault. Honey, can you hear me? Guess what?
Yep, he's dead. Like, I was gonna before he started walking, I was literally about to say, he's probably dead.
Mr. Haynick! I've got
He got shot in the shoulder. Don't worry, he's still alive.
My wife, is she alright?
Oh, piss. Shoulder? I think that's the shoulder. I think it's the shoulder. Well, they're dead. 100%.
This way, quickly.
It's coming from the building across the street.
Is there a basement in here?
There is a cellar underneath the kitchen.
My dad's doing this. It's all my fault. I didn't
What do you
buy
mean
more
your
bottles
dad's
now
doing?
he's
Shut the
going
fuck
crazy.
up, kid. This is not the time.
Your dad didn't shoot anyone.
But you don't know him. It's just like when he hits me every day. 'Cause I make him mad.
Come on, Vim. You know your dad wouldn't do anything this bad, don't you?
I can end this. All I have to do is go outside. It'll be quick.
I'm not going to tell you again. You don't get to die today, that's final. I'll tie you down if I have to. You wouldn't be the first one today. Let me deal with this.
But Mr. Grimmer...
Remember, Vim, when things are at their worst, the magnificent Steiner will show up and save the day.
I'm starting to think he's gonna die. I mean, the episode's name is The Magnificent Steiner, right?
A minute of your time.
The Wrath
That's
of
all I'm asking
the
for.
Magnificent
You're
Steiner.
not here because you want to be, isn't that right?
Who put you up to this? Don't just follow orders. You're men, not machines. In your hearts, you know what's right. The answer is sitting there waiting for you. Are you brave enough to look inside yourselves? Well, are you? I think you are.
Who are you talking to?
Huh?
I was so frightened, but I made it over here after all. God, am I ever glad to see
And
you
she's dead.
again.
I mean, I did say so, right? I did say if she actually survives this, I'll be surprised. And I'm not surprised.
I tuned into the magnificent Steiner every day, my face practically pressed to the TV screen. But I don't remember the final episode.
Come on, let's go.
Huh? No! No! No!
No, the final episode! I couldn't
That
see
weak
it.
young man in the show. I wonder if he ever realized that his anger transformed him into the magnificent Steiner. That young man. I wonder, did he ever find it?
Something's happening in your town, right?
Bunch of folks I'd never seen before showed up with weapons. Everyone in town started killing each other. Huh? You're not with those guys, are you?
Calm down. We didn't come here to hurt anyone.
When you were back there, did you ever happen to see a Japanese man with long hair?
Wait, you two know him? He was doing his damnedest to get these kids out of harm's way. He's still back there. Said he was headed to the Hotel Versteck.
Lena, wait! I left my car at the beginning of the path, just outside the woods. Get any of those kids who need treatment to a hospital, and contact the authorities as soon as you possibly can!
Hey, what are you doing? Are you out of your mind? You can't go back there. They'll shoot you dead.
Maybe so, but that Japanese man is my friend, Kenzo Tenma. He needs my help. Now call the police before it's too late!
Ah, the life before cell phones, you know? All of this could have been prevented if they were like 10 years in the future. If they had those Nokia brick phones, you know? Ah, the good old days. Oh, come on, Tenma. That was the perfect time. Obviously, when an enemy is flying through the air, even if they're dying or about to die from the fall damage, you have to try to shoot them. That's just common FPS etiquette. You have to try to hit them. No scope. Come on. He clearly doesn't play games.
Mr. Grimmer.
Hey, Doctor. I figured you'd be coming. I'm not surprised. I got two in the building next door. Another one of them downstairs. And that one I threw out the window. As a matter of fact, Steiner never did show up. I did it all on my own. I got angry and I killed 4 men with my bare hands. It's a letter. I got it from Inspector Lunge. He found it back in the Red Rose Mansion. You gotta go help him. He headed to the Hotel Bergbach by himself.
I'm not leaving you like this.
I'm fine. It's nothing a little rest won't fix.
Yeah.
Mr. Grimmer.
Everything's gonna be all right. I'm crying. But it's not because I feel my life fading away. These tears are streaming down my face because I'm crying for
My son. It's as if my emotions were lost somewhere hundreds of miles away. It's as if they were sent long ago in a letter that was always intended for me. So this is what true sadness feels like. It feels a lot like happiness.
Not gonna lie, I did forget that he had a family at some point.
I figured out how the show must.
And the son died, right?
The magnificent Steiner. He probably became human again.
No, Mr. Grimmer. Please wake up. Mr. Grimmer. Mr. Grimmer!
What have I done? What have I
Aw, fuck. Well, it seems like wherever Tenma goes, death just keeps following him. Honestly, I did not expect Grimmer to die. I thought if someone was going to die, it was going to be Lunge, but they definitely did it well. The only thing I will say that was a little bit like, okay, now you're kind of pushing it, is the fact that the kid is like, you know, hard crying about his death. Like, I get it, it's a kid, right? But he like barely knew this guy. Like, yeah, he had a couple of conversations with him, but like that was about it, right? I feel like a kid would be more scared and maybe a little sad, but like, I don't know. You know, I just feel like if they really wanted to make it believable that the kid is like super, you know, broken up about Grimmer dying, then they should have probably had maybe more time spent, you know, building their relationship, I guess. But like, I mean, ultimately it was fine, I guess. This girl dying, I mean, yeah, like I said, I would have been surprised if she survived. Now, I suppose another thing that I'm a little bit disappointed about, but I understand why they did it, right, is the fact that we did not see Grimmer go to town on those guys, right? So this is again one of those things where it's like he apparently had no weapon. He said that he killed those 4 men with his bare hands. And again, like how exactly, right? Like how? I don't mind if you don't want to show it, right? I have no problem with them not wanting to show it, but it needs to be, when you want to do something like that, it needs to be believable, right? And you're trying to tell me that no matter how magnificent Steiner of a person you are, you're trying to tell me that without a gun, but with your bare hands, you went up against 4 men with guns, and you managed to kill all of them. Yeah, I don't think so. That's why, like, don't get me wrong, it is possible, but it is very unlikely. In situations, like if it was like a 1v1 type of situation, right? Then you can cut it, and I'd be like, yeah, okay, he probably just 1v1 the guy, right? Sure. Right? Or situations where, like, you know, 2 men are in a room and he's like, oh my god, you activated my magnificent Steiner, right? And then they cut to the aftermath, and then he walks out of the room with bloodied hands and, like, you know, showing the body in the background and completely like mutilated or whatever, right? That would be one thing, because then I can be like, yeah, I mean, he just took him one-on-one, right? Because I can kind of imagine what happened, and it's very, very like simple to imagine what happened, right? But when you're trying to do the same thing with, oh, Grimmer has no weapons, he's the magnificent Steiner, sure, but like, you're up against 4 dudes with guns. How exactly did he manage to beat them, right? Like, it's almost like you're stretching the believability of the whole situation. You're really pulling at my suspension of disbelief here. I think it would have been really cool to actually just show some sort of action scene where he, like, I don't know, like he puts the girl that just got shot, right? He puts the girl on the ground and then charges into the building, and then they have like a cool action scene where he just like disarms the first guy that's behind the door, gets the gun, shoots the knocks the first guy out, shoots the guy coming down the stairs, like so on and so forth. Have like a cool action scene where he kills the first 3 guys and then has like a fisticuffs fight with the 4th guy, throws him out the window, gets shot from behind by the first guy that he didn't kill but he knocked out, or maybe that guy was still alive from a gunshot wound, and then he shot him back, and then they kind of killed each other, and then Grimmer, wounded from a gunshot wound, sits on the chair and then is like, right? That would have been cool, right? And then we at least kind of understand what would have happened. And like Grimmer himself said, that the Magnificent Steiner never showed up, apparently. It would have been cool to be like, we never saw Magnificent Steiner work, right? We always skipped over the work. We always skipped over what he did. And so now it would have been cool to show the scene, and then Grimmer can tell Tenma that, Steiner never showed up. That would have been cool, and I think it would have explained the scene a little bit more. Like I said, a single guy, unarmed, with his bare hands, killing 4 people with guns, like, that's a little bit hard to believe, right? I assume next episode we're going to see Lunge versus Roberto. We also had this little memory that Nina was thinking of, where Johan is like in a room or something. I'm not really sure what this was. I feel like this was kind of important, but I'm not entirely sure. I suppose after a while, the police will probably show up once this guy gets the word out, but yeah. Until then, this massacre will continue, and there's probably gonna be more victims. In any case, I hope you enjoyed episode 71 of Monster. A sad episode. Grimmer, definitely one of the better characters in the show. I think the death scene would have been a little bit more impactful if the kid wasn't there. I'm not gonna lie. The moment the kid started fucking crying, I just immediately was thrown out of the emotional roller coaster of the scene. I think a character crying silently, or just in general, like a death scene where a character goes out silently or quietly, is so much more impactful than a character going like, please don't die, right? It's just so much more impactful when there's no ugly crying. But that's just me. I guess, in the end, it's always the fucking dumbass children that just ruin everything. But regardless, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.